Okay, so if you've been following along, I've tested out a few lights already, and now it's time to test out the Nanlite FS-300. So I think one special thing about this light is, well, the price. It's one of the cheapest lights. It is the cheapest light, the least expensive light that I'm testing out in this bunch. The last round of lights that I've tested out comes in at about $350, so I think that's pretty special right there. Most of the lights I'm testing out are at least double that. So a nice thing about this light is it is literally just the head and a power cord. No extra control box to mount somewhere or hang from the stand, no 6 connections before you actually get to the light and plug it in. No, power cord into the wall, back of the light, light on. Simple. Things that I actually like about this light. Again, one light, one cable, you're up and running. And a stand. You should probably put it on a stand. That sometimes helps. It has a Bowens mount, which is pretty standard for these lights, so all your accessories from, say, your Aperture 120D fit right on the new light head. It's simple. It's a simple light to use. Like I said, plug it in, turn it on, adjust your power, you're off to the races. This light also does have some built-in effects, which is pretty cool for that price point. It's inexpensive, so it's easy to buy 2 or 3 of these if you want to do a really nice setup, have quite a few lights around. You don't always need lights that are that bright for all over your studio. You can get away with like 1 or 2 pretty bright lights, and then the rest of them can be accent lights. Say like some of the lights I have around here, they're either nice lights that I've got set on really low settings, or they're little lights that I have turned up even halfway, and they produce plenty of light. Like the light right here, this light is probably, I don't know, 5%. This light on the side of my head is about 20%. The light on the back wall back here, actually don't even know what that's at, maybe 25%, 30%. This light right here, 3%. You don't always need the brightest light. But for this light, 86%. But say if I had the FS-300 here, I run that at about 20%. And just as a reference, here is my 120D in the softbox versus the Nanlite FS-300 in my same softbox. Well, there are a few things I do not actually like about this light. One, you cannot lock in the power cord on the back of the light, which if you're moving it around a bit could be a problem. It could jiggle itself out. Otherwise, if you're just setting it and forgetting it, not moving it, might not be an issue. Another dislike is you cannot run this off of a battery. I've been doing a lot of short location shoots where it's been really, really nice to have batteries on my lights so I don't have to find outlets, run extension cords, slap a couple batteries on. It's really good for like a half-hour, 1-hour shoot, and you just pack up and get out. This one does not come with a case unless you count the box that it comes in. Another dislike, you don't have like that big solid lock handle on the side of the light. It's just a little twist knob. It's got one on both sides, so you kind of have to like undo both of them. So if the light's up high and you're reaching up, trying to hold the light and adjust it and tighten, it's a little bit harder because you have to undo both sides. There is no quick on or off for this light, like some lights where you just tap the adjustment button and it just goes to 0, you tap it again and it goes right back to the level you had it set at. Could just literally hit the power switch on, off, and that's what it is, but it takes a few seconds to kick back on once you've turned it off. It does have a tiny bit of fan noise, but so far not enough to really be an issue. Just something to be aware of if you are buying this light. And as I was doing measurements with this light over time, it did seem to dim just a little bit. I had it set at 100% for 5 minutes, and over that time it lost 1,000 lux, which in the overall scheme of things, the percentage isn't very much, but it could be an issue. So just again, something else to be aware of. But then after I did this test with this light, I did it with my Aperture 120D that I've been using for years. Did the same thing. I've never really noticed that to be a huge issue. So the big question, is this light worth it? Yes and no. Yes, it's worth it if you're going to be shooting in a studio. You're not going to be moving this light around a lot. Say if you do shoot on location close to power, I think this light is going to be worth it as well. It's super easy to set up and break down. Like I said, one head, one cable, done. You're plugged in, you're on. If you're going to be far from power and you're relying on battery, it doesn't operate on battery power, so you're gonna be kind of SOL on that one, sorry. So yes and no. Based on your circumstances, this may be the right light for you and it may not be the right light for you. So it's up to you. It's a pretty inexpensive light. I think it's a really good price point for what you're getting, especially for how bright this light is. So that's up to you. All right, so if you guys found this video useful, helpful, informative, anything like that, go ahead and give me that thumbs up button down there. Hit that subscribe button while you're down there, and I will see you guys next time. Another light. I'm doing another light. Got one more light. One.